Hello and welcome. Today we are flying the J-7D. This is a Chinese rank 7 premium pack aircraft that for some reason had its battle rating lowered from 11.0 to 10.7. I personally feel it didn't really need a change. Reason being, this plane can carry 4 PL-5Bs, which are rear aspect 30G missiles that launch and maintain very high speeds for a long part of its flight time. This in my opinion makes them typically better to use over the PL-7 missiles that the plane carries, which are just exported variants of the Magic Ones. If you are looking to pick up a premium jet to grind China and are debating between this plane and the A5C, you should 100% now be choosing this aircraft. Now, as you can see from this game here, you can just really understand just how good these missiles are and just how fast they launch. Like with this guy in this F5 here, as soon as we launch, in just a matter of seconds, that missile is already on him and it lands with no problem whatsoever. Now when it comes to playstyles and how you would typically fly this thing, well, in my personal opinion, what I found works best is typically I'll fly left hand side of the map like where everyone else goes, except that I'll typically fly now usually around 2 to 3, maybe 4,000 meters up in the air. Now reason being, you no longer have to really worry about post-Doppler guided weapons with the exclusion of a few things like the VIG and C, for example, as the main problem, the F4S, is now completely out of the equation due to its new BR. With that being said, the only real radar guided weapon you have to worry about is the standard search radar guided weapons, which are obviously easily dodged with chaff at this speed battle rating. So just make sure you probably equip a little bit of chaff. I usually go with somewhere around 12 or something like that. You really don't need a lot at all. Just pay attention to your RWR when you are flying high and use it when you think you are being fired at. If you are being fired at, it will typically be a MiG-21 of source or possibly an F8 or an F4C/E. In this game, pretty high kill game, we start off by going for this Harrier. I do check because there is a guy on our tail, make sure he's not firing a missile at us, so it's very good to be very aware at all times. We get the Harrier, we start going for this MiG-21 who's on our teammate here. We're quite far away, but once again these missiles are very, very strong, very powerful, so I didn't have any doubts that would miss. So nice and easy kill there. We got an F5 chasing our friendly MiG-21 here. We're going to get ready to fire a PL-5B on them. We're nice and high up, so they shouldn't be able to see us. What we're going to do is we're going to add some lead with extra AOA, so the missile can have an easier time tracking, so that lands with no problems. And then we also have an A7D. I know once again this is 4 kilometers away. He does flare here, but however, as you can see last second, the missile does reacquire the lock. So in this game we drop another ace. We start off by going for this F8. He opens us up for a nice easy little gun kill right there. It's not often you get gun kills with this plane because the guns aren't the best, but A-ton as well, this is quite a lucky scenario for him not to be paying attention and to not be dumping flares like they usually do. So that's quite an easy kill. F5 once again. Now this is a really risky head-on. It's probably not worth doing that usually. Now here we defend from an F111. After defend from him, we go and kill this F5. We've been dogfighting for a little while. 3 quick kill. And land a very cheeky missile on this F111 who doesn't use their flares in time, which now makes 5. Situation here, we have now entered a very high altitude dogfight with an F8 Crusader. Now, Honestly, if I was him, I wouldn't take this fight. It's quite difficult trying to fight a MiG-21 in a plane like an F8. Nevertheless, we use our rudder and our flaps here and manage our throttle a good bit to get our nose on nice and easily. So we get a nice, quick, clean shot, get his wing off and get the kill. This plane is definitely lots and lots of fun. I do highly recommend it to anyone who's looking to grind the Chinese tech tree. The only real downsides of this plane is obviously it's a generally, it's a MiG-21, which means due to its wing shape, it does have a large amount of drag, which means when you're turning, you will lose a lot of your speed. So you need to turn very effectively and very carefully to ensure that you keep that speed, you maintain as much as possible, because that is vital. Because once you're at low speeds, it does definitely lose all of its maneuverability. The other downside is it being a MiG-21 that has the typical guns you get, which are, in case you don't already know, very, very, very high in terms of bullet drop. So although they do hit pretty hard, they are very difficult to hit. They genuinely take quite a lot of time to practice how to use them properly. Okay, here we start with an SU-24 who is quite injured here. We're chasing for a little while, so get ourselves a free little quick kill there. We have an F4E up high. Now this guy, we actually hesitate with our missile launch just because we know he's going into the clouds, so I wait to see just how far in the clouds he goes. I know that missile will work, hence why I do eventually fire it. So that's a nice quick kill. And then we also have another F4E who decides to try and merge with us. We managed to take out his flap and then he decides to leave, so give us a quick kill right there. Well, that brings an end to the J-7D video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed both the gameplay and the cinematic parts included with it. And I'm also hoping that in case you were debating on whether you wanted to purchase this aircraft or not, hopefully you have a more concrete decision. Obviously, once again, if you're looking to grind your Chinese tech tree, I would 100% purchase this vehicle. Anyway, hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you all very, very soon.